in a minute. Welcome all the newcomers, those who came first time here, and especially I know so many new things coming up. But I'm happy you are trying to explore something that will help you not just now but throughout your life. That is what this club is meant for, and also after this life. So that's what we'll discuss, not only this life but even after life. So that's what. So as you can see that in the topic says Gita in a nutshell says session. So we'll discuss from the Gita. Before that, I'll start with some prayers. So. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So before we start, I hope you all enjoyed your dinner food. Let's give a big round. It's all made by the volunteers. So let's give I think Pran Gopika, Pran Vallabha and Pran Vallabha Madhisi alone make. So let's give a it's not here. I hope you all enjoyed the food. It's all made by volunteers. And also let's thank our the serving crew. Where is Piyush Prabhu is behind. Piyush Prabhu is here. Who can you call?
Yeah, last one.
Piyush Prabhu, Anil Prabhu, and I just want to introduce you as families. We're all working together here. It's not I'm just giving sessions, so you'll just interact with me, but I'm saying trying to make every one of you to meet everyone here. And we have in front Ramapriya is one of the core volunteer of our club here, and Janil Prabhu is second semester student in SJSU. So all of you can connect more if some of your new students here want to understand, learn about the university or any way he can help. He's always eager to help. And we got today Aditi. She's behind. She's the one has been backbone of this club. She has cooked for many occasions. So glad she came here. And then we have Mrinali, another Mrinali. She is also here today. And yeah, here is Piyush Prabhu, our man of the match, and man of the series, and man of the and with Anil Prabhu, they both are the they manage here. This mantra room especially is made for all the students to come and we explore the spiritual life. So there are a lot of various programs throughout the week. This Saturday evening program we do for the students specifically, but then there is another Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. At most every day they have some programs, and even morning. So you are welcome to join wherever your schedule allows. And what else is there? And yeah, Pawan, who is just a special guest coming all the way from South America to. Very well. Yeah, very good. So we are happy to have her. Happy to have him here. And where is Abhijit? Yeah.
Abhijit Prabhu is right here.
Yeah, Dr. Abhijit has come here. He's one of our speakers here. He's a very core volunteer. He graduated 2 years back. He did his PhD from George Mason, and he's working currently in AMD. And he's one of our core volunteers. He also gives the talk. Currently, they are expecting baby, so just a little short hiatus. But still, you can see they are still coming here to meet all of you. So we are very happy and grateful, taking out time. Thank you, Abhijit. And then we have Ovi. She has debuted today of her first class. Is that correct? Yeah, and coming many class future. She's one of the yoga instructor And she had a yoga instructor class today. She is at fourth level, third level, fourth level gymnastic in USA. So thank you, Ovi, and for coming. And we have our mom Sital and dad. Where is my mom? Yeah. So they are also of course member of our club here, and happy to have all of you here. And also first time welcoming all those who came here. I think Karan is first time. Welcome, Karan. And we have our returning friends. Preet is in last semester of SJSU. We met like many of you in the first semester, and now he's graduating. Same with Karan, his last semester. And Ambarish also is the last semester. Yeah. So yeah, many last semesters. So great. So let's. Anything else you want to?
So yeah, I want to quickly introduce Manish. If you, for those who don't know, I know those are rare souls who don't know Manish and Aditi. So I wanted to quickly introduce Manish. So he's currently a very senior engineer at NVIDIA, and he's an amazing person. I mean, you will know it. And some of you who have spoken with him must already have gotten an idea about who he is. So he's really amazing person, and he's our core member, and he's the one who is leading all of these efforts and engaging all of us in this voluntary service. So thank you so much everyone for joining us, and I'm sure with Manish your time will be every penny worth. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I know some of you have to go, so please feel free. And also, yeah, by the great fortune, we got Priyanka today. Priyanka, hi. So she is just graduated her bachelor degree from the East Coast, from the very famous Green. Remind me of the college. Grinnell, yes. No, it's yes, famous because Priyanka studied there. So that's and she started her job in Goldman Sachs. If any of you need any financial advice, you can reach to her in San Francisco, and she's a very active member of our club here. Thank you, Priyanka, for coming. Yeah, but I know some of you had to. They had long time. They were having the previous program, and they just we had a yoga program by Ovi, so they just continued. I just requested them to stay for some time so they can meet all of you. So thank you for staying, all the volunteers. And okay, perfect. So we'll start without further delay. It's 8. We'll go a little bit above time, maybe 15 minutes. I'll try to wrap up by 8:45. But feel free. I know some of you are first time, and girls, if you feel whatever makes you safety, if you have to go early, please free. I'll not mind because we are little running late. If you have to go early, please feel free. There's nothing. I'm happy that all of you come, and this is just a beginning. Spiritual life is just. I think many of you maybe already knowing, but this is what we're trying to give. Is like you can see the topic says Gita in a nutshell session. So Gita is one of the very book that has intrigued so many philosophers, so many generations all together. How old is this book? Anyone know?
5,000.
At least 5,000 years old. So it's been there from many generations. They passed down this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So why they have passed down? Like if you take any other book, how many years its lifespan goes? Any ordinary book. Like what is the topmost book is going on currently in the world? Harry Potter. Yeah, let's take Harry Potter. Well, how do you think that how much self-life will be? Maybe 100 years, 50 years, and then something else will replace. None of the books you'll find that has like very few books you'll find they had tasted the time. Like they go for generation and generation, and they introduce people for something that is very substantial, and that's what is the Bhagavad Gita. So what is our humble attempt here is to just introduce you. As I was telling, this is like a whole lifetime of effort, lifetime of learning. Even I am learning. I am somehow just giving a brief introduction of myself. I got introduced to this. It's not 20 years. I can't believe, but it's 20 years now. I'm going to be this knowledge when I was a student like all of you. in my undergrad, and there I got introduced to like similar kind of program where I attended the session about the similar like what you're attending now, and I always had the interest. Hello, welcome. I always had an interest to learn about the spiritual life and Gita in particular. So so that was my beginning, and then I continued my journey. And as my friend Abhijit told, working as a software engineer, and then this as we are doing as a service, and also just giving back to what we have got from our teachers. So this session has been made by His Grace Radhesham Prabhu. He is a temple president of ISKCON Pune, and he is one of the very pioneer in youth outreach, and especially reaching out to the youth and seeing that how best this knowledge can help them, not only definitely spiritually but also in their every phase of life, because this is the foundation. So that's what is the, so we remember him for his greatest contributions. So this all slides are made by him. I'm just trying to represent the slides, and I'm just trying to, and this again, don't worry, it's an open discussion, so please feel free to bring any questions, anything you have. It's not just a monologue. Okay, having said that, so we will learn in the first today's session in a very nutshell the one of the very core part of Gita. So so all of you can repeat after me. What are the four concepts we will learn today? The first session, and we'll learn in the second, third, and fourth. The first thing we'll learn: this body is not all in all. You can all repeat. This body is not all in all. Soul exists. So that is the first concept. That's what today's topic is. We will focus on this body. This body is not all in all. Soul exists, because that's the one of and second thing we will see this one life is not all in all. This many life exist. So sometimes we just think that this life is all in all, like let's enjoy this life, or whenever some things hits us, especially badly, when we are having good things, we never think, oh, it's good time going on, but especially when something hits us bad, that time we really start thinking why it's hitting bad. But we forget that this life is not all in all. There are many life exists. It's just continuum. This life is just a small continuum in the many lives that we had. And we forget the very important concept, one of the concepts, the karma, that is very popular now even outside world. The karma, the concept of karma, that how the karma is not just this life. This karma is also from many lives. And that's also, we have good karma. That's why you can see people born with a silver spoon. They have like billions of dollars in their bank balance without doing anything, and some people have to work 6 jobs, 7 jobs, and still not able to meet their end mate, right? Did you have that kind of experience? I've seen in your life. Yeah, it's very commonsensical thing. And then third, we will see that this world is not all in all. So you can all repeat: this world is not all in all. Spiritual world exists. So sometimes we just think that, oh, like I'm sure like it's too much spoiling alert. I so much is spoiled. First I told we just think that body is everything. Then I told body, forget about life. Oh, life. We think that this life is everything. Now third thing is that we think that this world is everything. Whatever we live, whatever so-called we call this as a United States of America, or the place that we all came, maybe America, India, or maybe Pakistan, or any place. Like my friends are, you guys, Chris, are you where did you born? Where did you born? You born in America? That's great. What about Athena? You?
As well, yeah.
Oh, you born here? Okay, but your parents, are they migrated here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's so China or Russia or Korea or whatever, we may all just think that this word, whatever the word definition we see, like that is all in all. That's all. There is nothing exists beyond that. But then we know from our scripture, this is just a small word. There are many planets. This earth is just one planet, and there are 7 planets up and 7 planets down. And then this is just even material world. But we are talking about spiritual world. that is much more beyond this material world even. This material world is just like a very small portion of that big material world, big word we are talking. So that is the third concept. That is A, what is the aim of life? And then we are not all in all.
We are not all in all.
God exists.
God exists.
So that is a, if something you can take from this, just understand that. Like we always get so much problems or so much things in our life because we think that we are all in all. We are the one who controls everything. We are the one who decides everything. We are the one who is kind of, can do everything. And that's what sometimes you go to self-help talk, they all just boost you so much. They all try to tell you that, okay, you can do anything, you can do everything. That's all good. Yeah, we should have that confidence, but we should also understand there is something beyond who controls everything, and that is God. And so we can do our effort. It's not that we are telling don't do your effort, but then you understand there is someone else on top of this who decides that, and that is we call God. So we are not all in all, God exists. So that are the four themes in the 4 sessions we'll have. So today's theme is we are not this body, soul exists. So that's what we will try to see through the various means and ways and find out, okay, what is the difference between the body, what is the difference between soul, and what is the difference between a living entity. Are we all living entity?
Yes.
How can we say that we are living entity?
Breathing.
Sorry?
Since we are breathing.
Breathing? Yeah, that's a good breathing. Yeah, but even if you see that blacksmiths, they do, right? That also blows. That also we say that is breathing. That's true. Yeah, breathing.
We
What
are
is?
conscious, like we have consciousness.
Okay. What is the meaning of consciousness?
We feel
What's wrong?
Huh?
feelings.
Feelings. Okay, that's good. You're coming close. Feelings. Yeah, full feelings.
Energy. We have like energy to move around.
Yeah, we have energy to move around, and like a simple example, right? If you see that there is an aquarium, in aquarium there are fishes are there. So you will get attracted by the fish moving, right? But then you can say that because of, I'll ask that why you get attracted, you will say that fish is moving, that's why you got attracted. Then I'll say, oh no, fan is also right. Okay, in USA there is no fans. But in India, I'm sure you might have seen there are fans, right? Fans also moves, but do we get attracted by fans? Not much, right? Not much you get attracted by fan. Like Prabhupada was once, Prabhupada, he's the one of, how many of you know Prabhupada? Srila Prabhupada. So he's one of founder Acharya of ISKCON Society. ISKCON stand. So this organization is a student wing of ISKCON, which is basically scattering the student. Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya, he was once came to US, and then he was walking with his students, and then he showed a like you might have seen in the cloth store and all, right? There is some statue of a girl or boy will be there, right? And then he told that, do you see that? He told yes, and he asked his students like, do you see that statue? Then he told, do you get attracted to that? Like you're able to get attracted? They told maybe, and then he told that if someone is walking, where is a boy and girl, do you get attracted to them? He told, why you're getting attracted to someone who's living and not to that Dharma? They also have the same figure and everything. But you're not, why? Because there is something special when we are living. There is something that makes this body, same like the example of the fish I gave. You suppose the same fish die in that what do you call aquarium, will we get attracted? No. As long as that soul is there, we are getting so much attracted to the aquarium. But as soon as the soul or whatever the living force, I am calling it soul, but it's gone, then we are no more attracted. Similarly, like family life, you can see that there is a Shankaracharya says that like how we are so much attached to this whole life, like, but as soon as the soul goes, like the same family member, the same people who doesn't want to keep even for more than a day the same body. They told that, okay, take this body immediately to the crematorium or something. The same spouse who are attached to the whole life, that spouse will, there is a real story that in India it happened that in the husband and wife were only there in Bangalore, and then somehow the husband left in any what you call, not like in a, like suddenly, And then wife called parents and told that I am so much afraid that how can I live with this person? He just left the world. You please come and be there. And the same husband or same, he was there always, but there was no fear. But now suddenly he left, and then that fear came. So what was there that was that when we are living, we are not able to realize that. When we are living here, we are not able to realize that simple truth that okay, there is something more important in all of our life that is making this life special than the other thing, and that is energy. Yeah, you can call energy. You can call, that's what the scriptures of Bhagavad Gita tell us, soul or Atma. That's what is the Atma. Atma we call. So I think you got some introduction of the, and then let's just go through some of the slides. Like you can see that as a driver drives a car, a soul drives a living body, and scientific research has proved it, and that's what we will see later in the session. And matter is dead while soul is consciousness, right? So we'll these are the some of the things we'll discuss today. Oh, it's not coming. Oh, what happened to this guy? 1 minute. Nothing is coming. Oh, it got disconnected. Give me a second. It's connected to Apple TV. Is this coming now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so we'll discuss this thing, 6 changes of scientific proof of existence of anti-material personality, mechanism of mind, practical benefit of knowledge. I'm not sure we'll be able to cover whatever, but I'll just give the gist of whatever best we can cover today. So, am I matter or am I spirit? Like if someone can ask you that, if you just go outside this door and if you ask some person what they will say, that most of the time they will tell that I'm matter. Right? No one will say that, no will have that thinking that I'm a spirit. Is that correct? What do you think? Right? If you just go out of the door, they will just tell that. And that's what the science is trying to, also, like some of the science is trying to say that, like there is a very famous scientist, Harry Monson. He is a professor in anatomy, and he told that okay, if you just take all the elements of the body that it is made of, right? What is the body made of? Carbon, potassium, and whatever ingredients. You just take all that ingredients and you just catalog that, and then if you take the value of that, all the elements, it might be not maybe few dollars. In if you just take the price of that, and so that's what is our body is made of. So how does it sounds like if you say that your identity is just like less than $2 or something, if you just remove all the elements. But you will see that, right? Suppose there is a person who is driving a Tesla, let's take Tesla, like some Tesla, and suppose that made into accident. Whom we try to save? The Tesla or the person who is driving? The person, right? Why? Tesla is maybe 100K or 100,000 and the body is just $2 even. Why are you trying to save the $2 person than 100K?
The person is worth more than.
Why? No, science is saying that it's just $2. What you are talking about?
As a human, we feel that the other person is important compared to an object or a car.
So you are saying that it's just our feeling?
Something tells inside us that we need to save humans instead of a car.
Right, that's true. That is just like you're telling intuition, that intuition is there. So my question, why that intuition is there? Because if you see that, right, if any company, any corporate you work, it's all work by the money. Everything, like the balance sheet should be like, always that's what when you came to Bay Area, you'll find that everyone is just trying to progress. They just want to have more progressive, but why we miss that in this point?
Maybe we can have another Tesla, but not same soul or same person.
Yeah, that's a good, little more deeper thought. Yes, and sometimes even if you find, right, some rescues, someone's home is rescuing, whom they will rescue. Suppose there is a big flood came, what they will go and find first, like all the gold, what they will find.
Just escape.
Save the
First they will find living entity, and then they will find animals. Like if any animals, right? Then they will might think about whatever. But why? Why the animals even? Humanity, right? It's just maybe something humanity, and you can say that because that is more. The soul is more powerful than all these things that lights the body, and that's what we will see. But you can see that is counterintuitive. That's what we, if you see that if you're just made of chemicals, and that's the one thing that Srila Prabhupada challenged scientists, and there's one core thing to understand, that life comes from life. Life doesn't come from chemicals. Chemicals come from life. Like if you're citrus tree will produce so many lemons. It has so much chemicals it can produce, right? One citrus tree can produce how many lemons? Thousands and thousands of lemons. So much chemicals. But from that chemicals, can you produce a tree? Like you combine whatever chemicals, you can't produce a tree, or you can't produce anything. So that's what one of the things, that very core understanding of Bhagavad Gita is, that life comes from another life. It doesn't come from chemical. And that's one of the very pervasive understanding outside world, that life comes from chemicals, or like scientists say that, yeah. And that's what Prabhupada told, like even if you can make a mosquito in your laboratory, like he openly challenged that whatever money you want I can give, but you can't even make a mosquito in the laboratory. You can make robots or humanoids, but they will not like a real humans. You can't, and that's what we'll see the difference. What is the difference between a human and some of you pointed already, like consciousness. Some of you pointed like feelings, thinking, that you can't get in the maybe some level, but not like that. Also, just whatever you define. So, what is our real identity? So, you know this very famous actress. I'm sure you might be knowing. Oh, again gone?
No.
Oh, it's gone. Back, okay. Oh, what happened to this? I think so it goes into the.
It came now.
Okay, yeah. So you might have seen this famous actress, right? You can see that she has been so famous, but the same actress after death, you can see that there is no difference as such body-wise. It's the same body, right? Is that coming? Yes. So chemicals are the same, but there is no feeling, no thinking, no desires, no movement, no consciousness. So what has missed? Then something has missed from that body. Isn't? The soul. Same body, the soul is gone. And that's what we are trying to see, this migration. And that's what Bhagavad Gita's very core teaching is says, for the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. Na jayate, na mriyate va kadachin, nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuya. Ajo nitya sasvato yam purano, na hanyate hanyamani sarire. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that for the soul there is no birth. You can see that a person, like they're just transmigrating from the childhood to birth, to the middle and old age, and then again that cycle keeps coming, and the bottom you can see is different species also. It's not just human species. There are different species we can get into. So it's very interesting and intriguing thing to think about, that how this transmigration happening, and that's what we will see in the second session, that this life is not all in all, many life exist. So that we will see more in the second session. This session is just to I's identity, what is our identity. So, okay, perfect. So we will see what is the difference between body and soul. So body is matter, soul is spirit. Body is not conscious, soul is conscious. Body changes, soul no change. Is this body changes? Yeah, we can see, right? When we were like born, like maybe, and then we reach to Ramni's age, 5-6 years, then we reach to obese stage age, and then we slowly grow. But you can say that we are all growing, but the inside is the same, isn't it? Or do you think that insides change? No. Inside us the same person. It's not we change something that we were from the childhood. The inside is the same. It's just the body is just keep changing, right? His body just keep changing, and like his body is temporary, soul is eternal. Body is dead, soul is alive. So this is the material viewpoint. That's what we discuss. We are bodies made of matter, and we are not more than a chemical bundle. That's what is the material viewpoint. And everything is finished at the time of death, right? That's what is the material viewpoint. But what is the spiritual point? Can someone read?
We
Yeah.
are not,
Yeah, please read. Yeah.
we are not the material body of flesh and bones. We are spirit, soul, encaged in the material body. We do not die when material body stops to function.
Yeah, so that's very important to understand that we do not die. It's just, and that's what we'll see in the next session more. And it's just comparing the body car. And this is the last time also I gave example. I don't know if you remember. There's a very famous, it's a nice story that a lady bought a very nice cage, and it was made of gold. And every day she had a bird also, and then every day what she used to do, she used to polish the cage every day, and she was not feeding the bird. It went on for 4 days, 5 days, and she started seeing that bird is getting more and more weak and weak, and one day bird died. And then she started thinking, oh, what happened? Why the bird died? And isn't that the story of all of us? How much time we give to the soul in our day to day, or week to week, or year to year? How much time? Does anyone think about soul? Not much. Maybe some once in a while we might start thinking, oh, there's some soul exists. But do we think soul so much? Not much, right? If we just think that soul, we just took, okay, something is soul, who cares? But we all know, that's what I told, that at the time of death, definitely everyone knows that, okay, this is the last thing. So that's what happened with with this. So we'll see that what are the 6 changes of living body, and that differentiate between a living body and the dead body. So, can someone read this?
Not it.
Oh, again gone?
No, it came.
Okay. Please read. So nothing is to read? Yeah.
Swamiji, I think our body is just a complex machine.
Mhm.
It's worn out and crashes. Why should we bother about some soul power in the body? Same soul power.
Yeah.
Some soul. Okay.
Some soul powering the body, yes. Okay, next person, can someone read?
We don't see.
Okay, you don't see. I don't know what is the problem today. Oh, this slide is giving. I think there is this airplay. It's not
Does your car or computer grow?
How?
Do you have a male and female? It's not clear, but
Okay, let me just read in the interest of time. We'll fix it later. So first question asked, Swami, I think our body is just a complex machine that gets worn out and crashes. Why should we bother about some soul powering the body? So Prabhupada is saying, does your car or computer grow? Do you have male and female car that can unite and produce a baby car? A living body undergoes 6 changes, whereas matter just depreciates. It is the soul that makes the living body alive. So that's what he was telling, and we see that a living body undergoes 6 changes. What are the 6 changes? It birth. So any living entity will say that it have birth, right? And then it grow, and then it maintains itself, and then it production of the byproducts. Like you will find that every living species, whether it's human being or any animals or species, birds, beast, anything, they have production of byproducts, and then they eventually dwindles, and last is death. So these are the 6 changes of a living entities. But if you see that the matters doesn't have that all, and that's what we were saying, that a male and a female living body can multiply similar species, but machine can't reproduce by union. As you can see that in this picture, all the different species, they produce the same living species, right? What they are, but we don't never say that like a car. It's little behind, it seems. Yeah, it's little behind. So like a car and truck and the bus, and they have a baby child. The car. We don't see this happening, right? So And this is something that I think some of you have pointed, like Preet has pointed in the beginning, right? Living body has consciousness, thinking, feeling, and willing, but matter has no consciousness. Okay, perfect. So so these are the difference we discussed. Okay, so I'll stop here. If anyone has any question.
Where does the soul come from?
Oh, where does the soul come from? Very good question. So yeah, that's thank you. May I know your name?
Sasya.
Sasya. Yeah, perfect, Sasya. So basically, you have to understand. I want to just take one step back. So I told that because of the soul, this body become attractive, and very intelligent question you ask. So this soul has to be part of something very beautiful. That's why it's just being in this body it becomes beautiful. Like you can see, right, when you go and buy some rasgullas, you buy some rasgullas and you put in some polythene, right? And then once you get in your home, you just throw the polythene into the dustbin. It's not more useful. That polythene was just for covering, and then you take rasgulla. Similarly, you can see this body is just we use, like soul is using, but one day it will just use. So it is just part. And then Bhagavad Gita teaches, and Krishna says, "Mame vamso jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana mana sasani indriyani prakriti sthani karsati." So in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that Mame vamso, like this soul is mame vamso. So I'm sorry, I'm saying Sanskrit just for the authenticity, because this is not something that I am producing this knowledge. I'm just trying to represent the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Mame vamso, like soul is my uns or my part and parcel, and then is struggling in this world with 6 senses, including mind. So soul comes from the God, the first aspect, the G, that we were going to discuss in the 4th session. That soul comes from the God, and who is kind of powering, like you know that you have the computer, you see that the sticker returns what is that, powered by Intel, powered by Nvidia, whatever is written. Similarly, this body is powered by soul, and the soul is actually powered by the God. It's like goes power up. So everything is powered by something. We have to just find that connection, and that's a major difference between the human and any other species in this world. What is the major difference? That we know the causality. We can find out what is the cause, but other people just go by the instinct. They just whatever is. They don't think, okay, who has given them? Like if you just throw a banana to monkey, what it will do? It will immediately eat. It will not think that who has provided me that banana, who has done anything. So he will not think so much about the banana and everything, right? But the living entity, if you give, he can think who has provided me, and that's what is the spiritual consciousness. So any other question at this point before we move forward? Anyone has any question or any reflection? Yes. Oh, sir. Yeah, you want to go? Anyone has any question? No? Okay, then we can move on. The soul is covered by gross and subtle coverings. So, we talked about the body, right? So, body is made of gross body. So, you see in front of you, right, there are 5: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. That is our gross body is made of. That every one of us can see. And then there is a subtle body. What is the subtle body? Subtle body is made of mind, intelligence, and ego. And that's what we will discuss more about this. At least gross body we all know, we have seen, but subtle body we don't know much. Mind, intelligence, and ego. For us, or for some people, it might be all same. Or there is only mind. And then there is a soul which is eternal, blissful, and knowledgeable. Satchidanand. So you can see that hierarchy exists, and that's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Indriyani paranyayu indriyebhya paramana manasastu parastasmat parastas. So he's saying that hierarchy exists. The lowest is this senses or the made of this, and then the more subtle is mind or intelligence, and the extreme subtle is the soul. So from the gross to subtle it goes. So till now what we saw that am I matter or am I spirit? We saw that 6 changes of the living body, and now we will go for some of the scientific proof of the existence of the anti-material personality. These things are some just we are just Bhagavad Gita is saying that's why we should believe, or is there some scientific proof? So we'll go for some of the things. Again, in interest of time, I will just summarize here because each thing might take hours if we go. One is common sense. Common sense is not common in these days, so but still we can just say about common sense, right? Suppose some person is died. I think this example we gave him before, right? We say that he or she has gone, right? We say, Chris, if some people left, we tell them that has gone. But in front of us, the body is there, right? So what has gone? Yeah, something has gone, right? But we all go and we mourn and everything. But what has gone? We are seeing in front of us that everything is there. It is the same person, but something is gone. So that is common sense. He has passed away, right? Second thing is that consciousness, and that's what we saw, that consciousness means thinking, feeling and willing. Maybe camera might just sense the light is a red light, is what, but they may not sense the what is the human emotions. Like you can't make a machine that can tell that how sweet a rasgulla is or any sweet is there. They might find the viscosity and all, whatever the different material elements, whatever the flood, but they can't tell what taste it is. They can't determine that thing from there, or what emotions we are feeling, that they may not be able to find out. So consciousness, so that is the difference. And then anyone of you heard about the near-death experience or out of body experience here? How many of you heard about near-death experience? Andy, you heard? Karan, nice. You also heard, Amrish? Okay, nice. So near-death experience or out-of-body experience, just in short, sometimes people, they are just able to die, and they had some, they come back and they can see something that they have felt, experience, that they try to explain. Like they are very interrelated out of bodies. Like a person is getting operated, and after he is like in full anesthesia, no one can see. But after that, he can say that what the doctors were talking, what are the instrument they were using, and if they did any. So sometimes this all are also documented in a very medical journals, that how this is, and there are many books you can refer which is written about this near-death experience, and this is many people have researched, and then this is a very famous professor, Jan Stevenson. I think he recently passed away, but he was in University of Virginia, and he has documented the reincarnation. What does the reincarnation means? You know? Rebirth. So he has done lot of research that sometimes children have the past life memory. They tell their mother, father that you are not my mother, father. I have some other mother, father also. And this mother, father are getting cracked. Not what these guys are talking about. Like how come he is saying, and then actually he went and he did the research, thorough research, that whether they are saying it's like a fake news or just to get popularity. And it documented 2,000 plus cases where he could find that, he can find the link, whatever the people are saying, and it is true. And so how does it can come if this life is everything and done, finished? So that's what it, there's again, there are a lot of books you can go in the reincarnation. And these are some of the things that if anyone has any phobia here, if you have phobia, anyone, like I have phobia, whenever I drive, if someone is, somehow I always feel that someone is coming from my front, I might get crash or something, especially I don't like to drive in the extreme left in USA here, extreme left, because that's what is the cars coming. So that phobia, sometimes you can see that comes from the past life. Some people have phobia from height, some people have phobia from what? Mosquito. Some people have a phobia from the small insects, right? Some people have different phobias. So these all phobias comes from the past life, because there's no reason that how can you say that the phobia exists otherwise. Okay. So reincarnation research, and this also you can see, right? Sometimes there will be twin, but the twin will be not same. They came splitted from the same egg, but you'll find they both have a different tendency. Like I just have one of my friends' son. They are twins, and then he told like, yeah, this guy's like to read, and the other person like to explore more. He like to explore the world and find out his ways out, but this other person is more reading. So if it is just chemical material, then it should be the same, right? It should have they both should have the same thing, but it's not like that. It's saying that it's having both have the different approaches to the life. And this is the one of the famous documenting. In the interest of time, I'll not go through this whole video, but this is just a soul survival. If you just search in YouTube, you'll find this this whole. So he was having. You have to leave.
I can make the Japanese easy as pie.
When he was about 3, he started to draw a lot. He started to sign some of those drawings, James 3.
He would just be drawing and he'd say, airplane crash on fire.
You have to leave.
So one day I asked him, I said, why are you signing the name James 3? His response was, well, I'm the third James.
It's being called the case for reincarnation. This 7-year-old boy from Louisiana not only shares the same name as this World War II fighter pilot, they seem to share the same soul.
Initially, what caught my attention was James's extreme fascination with airplanes.
James
So yeah, so just in interest of time, I just given the gist that he was an airplane fighter in the last, and then he started drawing and everything and sharing the same thing about his past life, and his parents were just surprised. Same thing is this Sukla Gupta. She remembered her past life and she knows like exactly where she was living, who her husband, where she kept the stuff in the past life, and they could find out exactly the same thing when they took her. So this is all the father name, nickname, everything. Menu, her name was. This was the some of the reincarnation research has been done. So I'm just going to the last two. One is the mechanism of mind. So where the mind comes. Okay, 3 options: gross body, subtle body, soul. Where did we saw that? Subtle body, right? The mind comes in the subtle body, and it's very simple to understand. Like we all use the browsers here, right?
Yeah.
So you see the browser. So browser, you can see it has some memory, right? If you type B, and if you had been going before to Bollywood.com, it will take you to the Bollywood.com. If you are going to BhagavadGita.com, it will auto complete with BhagavadGita.com. So that's what we see in the mind is like a browser. It just keeps some memory cache and then it has like you can train it. You can definitely train your browser, right, to go where to go. Similarly, you can train your mind. Mind is just kind of filtering our past impression and saying. So that's why it's very important, like what kind of impressions we are having in this life. So that's what we will see. So mechanism of mind is that, so intelligence is the decision maker and the mind is the storehouse of thoughts or unfulfilled desires or previous experience that we have got through the different senses, right? And this is a very famous analogy has given that how the horses and chariot, the horses are compared to the senses and mind is the rope and intelligence is the person who is driving. And this is what I wanted to say, mind is the storehouse of thoughts, and we can have positive thoughts and we can have negative thoughts and we can have different unnecessary thoughts, waste thoughts. There are so many other different thoughts we can have. But I just, in interest of time, I'll just want to give what shapes our thought. Is you have heard about this FIFO, right, in our operating system, first in, first out. But in this is called GIGO. Garbage in, garbage out. So garbage in, garbage out means whatever you feed in through your, what are the senses, your eyes, from ears, from the nose, from the mouth, it just, whatever you take, it just come out. So if the kind of books we read, the kind of movies we see, the kind of music we listen, and the kinds of friends we keep, these are the very, very important principles that shapes our inputs in our mind. So we have to be very, very, very principle. And then Similarly, if you good in, good out. Like garbage in, similarly we can have good in and good out. A positive in, then positive out. Like there's an example, right? People gives, suppose some whatever is inside us that comes out when we get tested, because that's what we had taken in our life, in most of our life. And if we have positivity thing, that will come out. So there is a very famous story that so whatever we are containing, that we are also container. Container, in the sense we are all containing something. We are holding something. And what is our container that defines our contentment in this life? Contentment is defined by what we contain. If we are having good contained in our life, we'll be have contentment. And that's what every one of us are looking in the life, isn't it? Contentment, some satisfaction, some happiness. That's what we are all chasing after in this world, some happiness. But we have to understand that happiness comes from what we are containing. And we have to see that what we are containing. And this is just, maybe you can more appreciate that how change conditioning by changing scripts written in your mind. As I was telling that we can override the cache, we can flush the cache of the browser, right? We can go ahead, and similarly we need some mechanism to, it's not mind is like that you can write some C code, Python code to just erase your mind's thing. So that's why we need the more powerful mechanism. And that's what the ancient, this book teaches. There is a powerful mechanism of mantra. There's a mantra. Have you heard about mantra?
Yes.
Mantra is man plus tra. Man means mind, tra means which can control the mind. So mantra is the one which can change the script of our mind, change the script of whatever we are holding in our mind. And that's what we will strengthen your intelligence and control mind by studying. And the other aspect is Gita. That's what we are telling, that how by reading Bhagavad Gita, it gives us good inputs, and that will help us. And this is the mantra meditation. I was trying to say, like how by mantra meditation we can away the bad habits of mind. So we don't have to leave our mind always throughout our life. The bad mind, I mean. Man plus trayate. And then one of the mantra that we recommend is this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which has been passed down from many generations. And we are just passing down in a tradition to this mantra. It's very simple. All of you can repeat after me. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
So there's a very famous, like Srila Prabhupada I was explaining. He's the Srila Prabhupada in this picture. You can see he came in 1965 in this USA. And there was a hippie movement. I don't know if any one of you know. People were just trying to find the happiness through all the other alternate means. But Srila Prabhupada came at that time, and he tried to give them this mantra meditation, and they became such a first-class people that they made this to spread all over the world, not just in America, but literally, you'll not believe. Actually, India actually came. Because of this movement started here, and then these people, those who are being here, they took this knowledge to all over the world, including India. Though the knowledge comes from India, but somehow we could never identify that how this knowledge is so useful. We're all chasing after the West in the economic development or whatever, and then missing the point that we have. Sometimes it happens, right? We might have the most valuable things, but we just doesn't feel that it's important. Like people. There is a story that people live in a bank of the river, but they go to the source of that river to bath. It's actually the same river, but they just think that because it's so close to me, it's not so much value. But we go all the way to the different place. So, okay, so what are the practical, we just have few minutes. This is some of the practical applications. If any one of you had thought right in the before, what divides us, like religions, right? Different people have different religions or colors, white versus black, rich versus poor, educated, illiterate, beautiful, ugly. What divides us is this bodily consciousness, because we treat people from the bodily consciousness. If someone looks like me, he's my person, but if it doesn't look like me, then he's not my person. So that's what is that divides us. the bodily consciousness. But what unites us, like you can see, as I was telling that Srila Prabhupada started here, but they spread this knowledge all over the world, is when we, whether it's American, Chinese, Russian, doesn't, is the soul consciousness. Is the soul consciousness which unites us, that unites us all of us, that okay, we're all soul and we are the part and parcel of for something very, very special, Krishna or super soul. So that's what unites us. And it's also rising above inferiority complex. Sometimes people may have like so many whatever thing, like ugly, short, not good, talented, sports, this, that. But if someone says, no, I'm just a body, I'm not this body but a pure soul, and I have abundant potency, I can reach to my highest potential. And my heart is full of love, joy, serenity, compassion for others. So that's what thought we can control. We can think about ourselves. That is soul consciousness versus bodily consciousness. Positive outlook of attitude of life. We can definitely get right uses of resources. People, those who have a lot of money, they might just think, oh, let me get more and more rich. But the person, those who are spiritual consciousness, they just see that how we can contribute to other people's life, contribute to the world in general, not just accumulating for oneself and just living that. So this is the last poem that my teacher wrote. Just we have 1-2 minutes, so maybe we can just read. We are not God, but we are gods. I am a tiny jiva, not the ultimate God, but a tiny part and parcel, servant of Lord. Leaving Lord's company, forced to be born in pain, in the world filled with agony again and again. Krishna is my Lord, the source of all existence. His form is imperishable, full of six opulence. He pays a visit to this world out of his own sweet will, to please and protect his devotee and punish the evil. I am only Brahman, but Krishna is Parabrahman. My power is limited, his potencies are unlimited. I can make a swimming pool, God creates ocean. I can fly a rocket, but Lord floats huge planets. I can invent a dome light, but God creates moonlight. We make ordinary dolls, but the Lord makes us all. Lord is actual doer, I am just an imitator. Lord is omnipresent, omnipotent and omniscient, who deserves everyone's love and humble service. I am a tiny jiva cast in oceanic materialistic love. Lord is the greatest of all, let us accept this fact of heart. We are his tiny servants, let us realize and serve him with joy. And so this is a summary. I'll just, am I matter or am I spirit? So we saw that how our body worth is maybe few dollars. Body versus soul, we saw material versus spiritual viewpoint. And then we saw the 6 changes of the body, we saw the scientific proof, and then we saw the mechanism of mind, and then we saw the practical benefit of knowledge of the soul. Hare Krishna. So it was a little crash course on the first topic. Here I'll let officially be ending the session here, and if anyone has question, I know it's already we are 15 minutes over time, so I want to respect all of your time. If anyone has any questions, if anyone has to do, please feel free. But if anyone has question or anything they want to reflect, please feel free to ask or share.